Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin faced pushback from fellow senators, including from his own party, at his confirmation hearing for DHS Secretary today.
It was this whole idea that you were going to transfer because you were uncomfortable, your anger, low impulse control, causes you to then go after and decide that you're going to go after me as well. And so you say you completely understood that I was assaulted from behind, had 6 ribs broken and part of my lung removed. And that was just fine. That's something that you, I guess, approve of as far as resolution of political problems.
Sir, as I said, we can have our differences. It's not going to keep me from doing my job as Secretary of Homeland Security.
The exchange was in regard to Mullin's alleged response to a 2017 incident when Senator Paul was attacked by one of his neighbors over a long-running property dispute. Mullin responded to Paul's questioning today, saying, quote, "It seems like you fight Republicans more than you work with us." President Trump tapped Mullin to replace Noem as DHS secretary after she was demoted for what administration sources described as leadership failures. CBS News Homeland Security correspondent Nicole Sganga joins me now. Nicole, given the criticism about Noem's leadership, did we hear at all from Senator Mullin about how or if his leadership would be any different?
Yeah, Lindsay, we saw some political beef there, but we did get into the policy nuts and bolts. And one thing that struck me about Senator Markwayne Mullin's testimony is that he told the ranking member of the committee, Senator Gary Peters, that he actually regretted calling Alex Preddy, one of the 2 American citizens who died during fatal encounters with ICE and CBP agents during that Minneapolis surge, that he regretted calling Alex Preddy deranged and saying that he had hoped to do max damage to law enforcement at the time. He said that he regretted making those remarks, that he acted too quickly and he spoke too quickly in the aftermath of all of that happening there. So that was interesting to watch. We also got a little bit of insight into what policy changes he might make if he is in fact confirmed. One of the big things was that he said that ICE officers and CBP agents under him would no longer force entry into homes or businesses with only administrative warrants or warrants that are signed only by ICE officials, and that instead he would ensure that all of immigration enforcement officers would be using judicial warrants, those who have been signed by a judge. So take a listen to this.
I have made it very clear to the staff, and I think when you and I spoke, that judicial warrants will be used to go into houses, into place of businesses, unless we're pursuing someone that enters in that place. I have not mixed words with that, and I haven't changed my opinion.
That's a large departure from what we saw under Secretary Noem's leadership at DHS. We also heard from Senator Markwayne Mullin, who said he would revoke one of Noem's most controversial policies put in place last summer, requiring the DHS secretary's signature on all expenses within her department that were over $100,000. And one of the big complaints tied to that policy was that disaster relief aid was not making it to states and localities because that signature was not coming or was not releasing some of the grants and FEMA aid off of the secretary's desk. So interesting to see those 2 changes. We also heard Senator Markwayne Mullin saying that uniformed federal officers will not be visiting polling places ahead of the midterms unless there is a physical or imminent threat.
What happens next?
What happens next is the committee will vote to decide if they want to vote for his nomination out of committee. Now, we heard from Rand Paul there. It seems like he's pretty upset with the nominee, but we do expect him to be voted out of committee because he has some support from the Democratic Party, including Senator Fetterman from Pennsylvania. If, in fact, he is voted out of committee tomorrow, then we could see a vote from the full Senate as soon as next week. And we do expect that this will be relatively fast-tracked. We might actually have a situation where we see a new DHS secretary before we see the Department of Homeland Security reopen. A reminder to all of our viewers, we've been talking today all about it, but we are on day 32 of the DHS shutdown.
Nicole Sganga, thank you.
Thank you.